Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted in 3 weeks. I can't come up with anything, and I don't know. So I decided to do things only NASCAR fans understand, as you can tell from over here. And that big flag behind me, what I'm wearing. I like NASCAR, he likes NASCAR, Napa. And things,
number one.
and things like that. So I decided to ask a Chase Elliott Nation page or a group on my Facebook. The Jeff Gordon one really didn't respond, and I'm a part of a girls group too. And I kind of asked them in the comments, because they are NASCAR fans and they understand that struggle, talking to someone that has no idea about NASCAR and can't understand it. We've both had that problem talking to someone, and it's annoying. It very is. So I wrote down some of the comments they said, and my number one pet peeve talking to someone is when they say they only take left turns. No, they don't. There's 2 road courses, Simona and Watkins Glen. They take right-hand turns, left-hand turns. When they crash into a wall, if you want to put it that way, you can't see my face. They're not athletes.
Yes, they are.
They are athletes. Sitting in that car for 4 hours, and they need leg strength for one.
Arm strength.
They need arm strength because that car can jerk
strength,
you around.
Body strength. Also leg strength, and plus their foot strength because they have to press on the pedal. And it's not just their foot. Now,
it's their body.
People think that, okay, these drivers just wear shoes and they don't wear no gear underneath. Well, there's gear there too to protect their feet from fire or something that's...
Fire retardant.
Yes, that too.
You know I said that, right?
No, you didn't say, because you didn't mention the foot gear.
I know, let's get into it.
Well, sorry, I just had to join a little bit.
The commitment line. If you pass the not yellow line. If you pass a line near pit road, on certain tracks it's a barrel, it's a wall, it's a cone. If you pass that and dart right back onto the track to fake someone out and you committed going into pit road, that is a penalty. I believe it's a drive-through penalty. Right?
Yes, it is, yes.
Okay. Drive on and drive off. How you enter pit road, how you exit pit road, the corners, it depends on the track, the banking of the track, the speed, gear ratio. I'm only looking at this for notes, so if you see me looking down, that's all. The wedge adjustment to loosen your car up, to tighten your car up, to get it to the way you want it. Right? I'm assuming you're not saying anything, I'm right.
Yeah, and also it's not just them because they can't turn in the car. It's not like a normal drive where you can look back and do things. They have to their mirrors. They have to listen. You have to have really a lot of concentration on what you're doing. You have to be able to listen to your spotters, your crew chiefs. You have to know what's going on inside the car, how the car is feeling.
It's not just sitting in a car like you're usually driving and you stick your head back out the window to see if someone's on your left or looking in your right hand mirror. You're literally sitting straight and you're looking forward, and that's it. And that's it. And you can look, but it's not where you can turn your head.
You can look on your mirrors on each side or the mirror that's above.
So you have to depend on your spotters up above telling you if there's an accident and stuff like that. And of course they have the track bar inside the car to try and get the car they want it, unless they have to go onto pit road for them to work on it. And then there was
and NASCAR is a friendly sport for people that think that it's not, but it really is. You'd be surprised at how many things go to these events.
I don't know. And then there's oversteer and understeer. That I have to look on my phone. Understeer is when you hit the wall with the front of your car. Oversteer is when you hit the wall with the back of your car. I don't understand how that happens. Horsepower is how fast you hit the wall. Torque is how far you take the wall with you.
That puts a lot.
And simply put car and throttle. I don't know, that's part of it.
And also that takes a lot of effect on the driver.
That's the reason they have to be good athletes, is because when they get into accidents, the what's the one I'm looking for?
The
compact.
The
intensity they take, their bodies. There's been crashes. The impact. If there's no safety barrier, there are safety barriers, I believe, at all tracks now.
Yes.
They've
made that official.
They've made that official around all tracks. When you hit that wall, there's been times where a driver
is so powerful. It's like a big something like coming at you head on. It shocks your body.
And you're going 200 miles an hour. And you hit that wall. I've seen, I think it was Denny Hamlin. I forgot what track he was at, but he hit the wall head on, and that car went airborne off the wall, and you could see him hanging out. No, he got out. That too. You guys saw him get out of the car, and like he's dead, and he doesn't look great. California,
out of Club Speedway, when Joe Logano took him out, and he went into one of the walls, lower bottom.
Yeah, but of course on the shorter tracks like New Hampshire, Michigan, Martinsville. I was talking about the Martinsville.
Oh. No, I was thinking of another one.
Martinsville, New Hampshire.
It's a smaller track.
I was only talking about like Martinsville and New Hampshire.
So like the paperclip ones?
Yes.
Oh. Keep going. You're doing
good. We cut each other off.
We do a lot. Yeah, that's what makes us a good couple. Thanks for the smack. That's on camera. Look what you did. Back to NASCAR, babe.
Yes, I know. I know, this video is all jumbled up.
Hand signals.
Oh yeah, when you're going into, if you want to let the guy behind you, you're going into pit road. What he's doing, you stick your hand out and you shake your hand outside the window, and that means you're veering into pit road under green.
Oh, you should talk about the air that goes inside their helmets. That they don't get fresh air like how we do. Like in our sport. It's not like when the drivers, and some people don't understand, is that in trying to keep cool, but you only can keep cool for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, how they get water is that they adjusted now. They just started doing this actually. This is actually pretty new actually still. Is that they have a water straw that goes into their helmets and it shoots in water if they need it.
Oh, I always saw the cup.
They do that too, but certain teams are trying to get that through to NASCAR and say we should start doing this more. Mm-hmm. It's something new. They've been talking about.
Oh, and bathrooms. I thought they had special underwear because I read that in a book when I was younger. And yeah, during victory...
They don't have the pens.
During victory lane, when the driver wins and all the champagne and beer and wine or whatever they're spraying goes all over the place, yeah, they just
let
loose there. Because no one will know. It's like when you get out of the pool and you're dripping and you do that. Nobody knows.
But if they're taking the number 2, then that's a different story. Yeah. They're not going to...
Oh, I know.
No, I'm just saying. I'm telling them.
I'm sure they know that.
You don't know. Sometimes some people think what it is. So that means they, in themselves.
Won't be surprised.
Let's talk about the cars.
What about the cars?
It's not painted on.
Oh yeah, the paint schemes are not painted on. They don't have headlights. They have windshield wipers. They have one that comes up from the top of the windshield. I've noticed.
They have different ones. Like I know Xfinity has that, and then there's one that's like right in the middle. It kind of goes like this.
Yeah, and then what was the other thing?
What do you think of? The sticker?
Oh, and it's a sticker. It's not paint. It's a ginormous sticker that they put on the car, and they put it perfectly, and they cut it and stuff like that.
And they have a special tool that they make it smooth.
Yeah, they do it that way.
We learned that by watching Kyle Busch's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I learned it from Kyle Busch's. I don't know where you got it.
What paint scheme?
The Snickers one I watched.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Kyle Busch's one. Well,
let's see. There's a few other things. Oh, pit road speeds.
Oh yeah, pit road speed. Certain tracks are. I've heard of 40. I've heard of
Daytona 60 now.
I've heard of 50. Daytona 60.
Talladega
mind you,
60.
You're going from 200 miles an hour on some of these tracks, and you have to lower it down to 50. Yeah, I would be getting so many speeding penalties. It's not even fun.
Well, this is something that they just kind of added, is that you can speed on pit road and the All-Star race. They allow drivers to do that, but it's only for qualifying. I guess now they have qualifying for the All-Star race.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, qualifying. For people that don't know what qualifying is, it's whoever has the fastest time. They have people that time them with timers to see who's got the fastest time. To see who's going to be starting the front row, second row, third row, and it keeps going all the way back.
And they have, what's it called? They do, knockout rounds.
That's it.
And then they have stage racing now.
Which makes racing shorter, but it's pretty interesting.
More competitive.
Yes. And for everyone that knows, yes, NASCAR does get kind of physical too.
Oh yeah, if you think NASCAR is just people sitting in cars, no, and the drivers take off their aggression. If there's an accident, we all know Joey Logano,
Kyle Busch.
And I was talking about Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth.
Well, Kyle Busch took a swing at.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about Joey Logano and Matt Kenseth.
Or you can do Gordon Kenseth and Bristol. Sorry, I'm just throwing other ones out there. There's other ones too.
Joey Logano,
Kozlowski and Gordon at Texas.
Matt Kenseth.
That's the funniest.
I forgot. I know they took him out at Martinsville, and that's when Gordon won his last race in 2015.
We miss you, Gordon.
2015.
Let's see. There was Gordon and Kenseth back in.
I'm not talking about that. It's going on a 12-minute video.
Oh, well, it's fun.
No.
People are learning a lot, man.
No, I'm just saying in general about NASCAR.
Like, where you want to head? Like, fighting-wise, or were we talking about aggression?
Like things that only NASCAR can.
Oh, so, for people that don't really know this, when there's a close race, they do have people that take pictures to know, and they have loop lines. Then time and see where, if a race ends underneath a caution, they have loops that mark where everyone was at that time. Also, the new thing now is that they suggest drivers not to be touching the wheel when they get into a wreck. So if they spin out, they have to cross their arms like this, so the wheel doesn't take off their hands or something.
Or break their wrist.
That too. The steering wheels are not like normal steering wheels. They lock. They can take them out, or they can put them in and lock them. Another thing about it is that their safety gear is a lot safer than a normal car's safety gear. You have about, I want to say, at least 4 different belts around you. You have one that goes here, and then you have one that's in the middle. And how I know this is because I took a test drive in one of them.
That's 2.
2? I thought 4. Because it's
like... That's 3 belts.
And then you have 2 that are down here. It's not like a normal seat belt. It's weird.
That's only 2 belts then. Because there's 1 here.
Oh, yeah, it's 2. Well, I kind of... Yeah.
It's only 2.
The safety nets. Safety nets are they are basically to keep debris from cars out of there.
And when you get into a bad accident, to let the guys know that you're okay, is that you lower the safety nets.
Yes, after Dale Sr.'s passed away, that too, they decided to tell all drivers that if you want... Yes, neck brace.
The neck brace.
I'll let you talk about that.
No, that was for him. Because of his neck, he had to wear the neck brace.
He was supposed to, but he rejected.
He didn't.
He told NASCAR, he says, I'm a good driver, I don't need it.
Yeah, it's,
You need a neck brace, you need...
There's a lot of safety gear, let's just put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of safety since Dale Sr.
And then that's when they started thinking about safety barriers for every track.
They need safety barriers.
Yes, exactly.
Going 200 miles an hour hitting the concrete wall, that could kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
All these... Ugh.
Oh, they also have driver meetings. Meetings for the drivers before every race. They talk about the safetiness of it. They talk about what they expect, what's going to happen, what they should expect.
Yeah. I heard of the driver's meeting, but...
Yeah, that's in, that was in one of the videos I watched.
Oh.
Yes, we're NASCAR nerds. I don't really care because it's awesome.
Yeah, if you could see my closet right now.
And if you see my little square that I have, and plus with all the hats I have.
Yeah, look like NASCAR.
And plus the sign behind us, but that's not the sponsor anymore.
No, it's Monster. That sponsor was
2007.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, actually.
Yes. Do you have anything else?
And I can't think of no my
I'm kind of just throwing things out there, if that's okay.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, should we talk about the tires?
Oh, they only get a certain amount of sets of tires that they can only use. They can save fuel. When they're under yellow, they can actually don't they shut their engines off? No, they
shut the power off.
They shut the power off in the car and they coast and they go side to side to warm up their tires. Or when they save fuel, they'll do that too.
They also have a new thing now, is that they have this certain switch that saves a certain amount of fuel for them to just keep it going. But they only do it if they need it. For example, Kurt Busch, Daytona. He was smart to save fuel, and he used the switch at the end, at the last lap.
Yeah, he did. There was another... I forgot what other race someone did it.
I think Dega? No. I'm sure what the race was too. Darn it. I know Johnny Benson did it back in 2003. He raced at North Carolina track.
I think so.
It's kind of different. I'll show you it later.
I think so.
And yeah. Also, about the tracks is that it's not NASCAR that owns those tracks. There's other people besides just NASCAR.
And multiple people own multiple tracks. Like the guy who owns New Hampshire and Las Vegas, that's the same owner.
Which I found out at my job.
And then there's, like how playoffs for NASCAR, there's a certain amount of races up to September. And then from September to November, because NASCAR starts in February, and there's no preseason or anything like football or... Well, they have the Budweiser Shootout or the Clash now. They have the Duels 1 and 2 that basically lines up for Daytona 500 in February, which is our Super Bowl in NASCAR is at the end. I mean, in the beginning. And then they have races all the way up to the September, which they can get wins. Now the stage points help out. And then you need a win to get into the chase, or you can do points. But if you get a win and you're under the
16th.
I was getting to top 16. I had to think about it. Top 16.
I just
then you have to add up your points to get into the top 16, like Tony Stewart did last year.
Which I was actually very surprised that he, well, you know how far back he was after his wreck.
Yeah, no, I wasn't surprised.
Or Kyle Busch.
I'll give him in my opinion, I'm not a Kyle Busch fan, but I will give the guy props. Going from that accident in the Xfinity race, hitting the wall, that's the reason they need these safety barriers. That hard, coming back, winning those races back to back at the end of the year, and winning the championship. I will give the guy props, even though I don't like him. I will give him props.
Yes.
I will. We both don't like Kyle, but I will give him props for that.
I don't like him, but I do give him a lot of respect because of how much he's done.
A lot of credit.
Also, there's been a little change in NASCAR. They don't have Dodges anymore. For anyone that wants to know, any Dodge fans out there, Dodge is not part of NASCAR. They're not bringing it back.
It's Chevy. They do have a new Chevy. 2018, they're going to have a new Chevy. Chevy, Ford, and then they do have the Toyota. They have been thinking about bringing another one back, but they're just gonna think. I think they're just gonna stick with 3 manufacturers.
I think it's in a process, but they're not sure.
I hope they do.
Same. Because I don't like seeing 3. I don't want to see some other thing come in.
No.
And also for weren't you talking about like Oh, never mind. You didn't say that. Never mind. I'll mention this. For NASCAR, I know how some people in sports they have rookies. Yes, NASCAR has rookies, but it starts off lower.
Oh, I never finished the playoffs.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Never mind. I'll let her tell you guys about the playoffs first, and then I'll do that rookie thing later.
The top, like I said, the top 16, and then they have 3 races. Right? 3?
Yes, you're right.
3. Yeah, because there's 12.
It keeps going 3-3.
Yeah, 3 races. They knock 4 drivers out.
12.
Top 8, top 12. Then they do 3 more races. Chop another 3. No, chop another 4. My mistake. Top 8. Then they have the last 3 races, and they chop off 4 more guys. The last 4 that are there go to Homestead.
Semifinal.
Homestead?
Yes, you're right. You keep going.
You said semifinal.
No, I'm just saying semifinal because it's the final 4 for the championship. Sorry.
They go to Homestead, and that's another like Super Bowl. That's the championship for us. Whoever wins that race, and even if it's another driver and he's not even part of the chase, the guy in first in front of all the with all the points wins the championship. He doesn't have to win the race or nothing. Because I experienced that. I think Jeff Gordon won a race, and all of a sudden I saw someone else doing a burnout for a championship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they've been doing for the top 4 as well. Even if Jimmy didn't win and he finished better than all the other 3, you still have a shot to see what you can do with the top 4. They have their points. You could see on the side of the screen where the points go differently. So like once they enter Homestead, everyone starts off at 0, and then as the race goes on, they'll keep track of the points, and then by the end of the race, whoever's in first basically wins the championship. All of the NASCAR history, they only have had 1 tie, and that was back in 2011 with Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards. And it was by only 1 point that they won. That Tony Stewart won the championship that year. And for people that don't know, in NASCAR, yes, we have rookies. They start off with the Modified Series, then they go up to the Truck Series, and then they go up to Xfinity. And then basically Xfinity is the rookie series, but it kind of starts off your NASCAR career, basically, because then you have other owners looking at you and saying, okay, I want this driver on my team. The limit for drivers on a team is only 4 now. They kind of let, if you're racing like part-time, like Chase Elliott did back in 2015, they will let that slide, but if it's a full-time, it's only 4 drivers per team. And this is Topi. She's our kitty, and she just clawed me. She's crazy.
Actually, my brother's cat. That's basically what I can think of.
I could keep going, but now I'll let you finish.
It's already a 23-minute video. That's one of my longest videos. If it was me, it'd probably just be like a 10-minute video.
NASCAR's #1.
My luck. But I'm going to end my video here. I know I probably missed some things, or people are going to disagree. I have that feeling, but that's okay. But I wanted to thank my Chase Elliott Nation group and the girls group I'm part of for commenting and giving me feedback. Because if I didn't have your guys' feedback, this video would not be very long. So I wanted to thank you guys for that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you guys next time.